Today we are going to discuss which are the best players to claim or buy in the Ragnarok Mighty Winter event. Don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe if you're interested in FC Mobile related content.
Yeah, boy.
Here I have created a list. The best players in my opinion would be on the left and descending towards the right for each of these three categories. So in this list there are three categories. Buy or claim are the best players that you can choose to buy and claim. The players in the keep category are the ones you must have packed and are thinking if you want to keep or use it for shards. Depending upon your OVR and the requirement of the team, you can either keep them or use it for shards. The third avoid category is the one which you should avoid claiming. And if you have packed it, you should use it in shards. Even if you're relatively new to the game, try claiming a higher OVR player, which will last you for a longer time than claiming a lower OVR player, which you will have to replace sooner. Would highly advise you to wait towards the end of the event before you claim the player due to multiple reasons. One being you could pack the same players, and other being there could be better players in the coming weeks. The other thing, you could plan better. So for example, if there are better options available in the same position in other rewards like the league rewards, you can make a thoughtful decision. Let's begin with the week 1 players. The first player that we are going to review is Charlton at 1250 shards. He has a decent pace, excellent shooting and dribbling, especially for a cam, though he is a little high priced with no alternate positions. Nor does he have dexterity, having a 4.5-star stamina and a 4-star skill move. He has really good traits like the long shot taker, playmaker, outside foot shot taker, and the long passer traits, and lane change being his assigned skill move. Moving to the attributes, he has really good balance, due to which he does not lose the ball easily, along with good dribbling. He also has excellent finishing with a 5-star weak foot. So in terms of finishing, it's completely a reliable option. If you're looking for a cam, you can definitely go for him. He will be in the buy tier list. Moving to the next player, Best at 1250 shards. A really smooth card to use with very good dribbling and shooting and a decent pace in game. Though his stats show a very high pace, he is chased down if the defender is quick enough. He has a 4-star stamina, due to which his stamina drains really quickly and he is relatively slower than other left wingers. His physicality is also on the lower side, having a 4-star skill move. He does have the alternate right wing position, but avoid playing him there due to his left weak foot. You can play him on the cam position, but the left wing position does suit him much more than the other alternate positions. He has a flair trait, but lacks a finesse shot trait along with some other traits. Having a medium attack and a low defense work rate, his positioning in the game is quite decent. The most prominent thing in using this card, which depicts the smoothness as well, is his ball control, which is really good. He keeps the ball really close to the body, due to which you can maneuver his cards in either direction while dribbling. His finishing is also really good. I have tested him alongside Ginola in the live stream. Y'all can check to get an idea of the gameplay. He would be in the buy tier list, really high up the order. Moving to the next player, Carlos Alberto at 1500 shards. Very high price for a fullback, but the best right back at the moment. Really good defending and physicality along with pace. 4-star weak foot, which is really handy while on attack for a right back. He does have the alternate centre back position. You could very well use him at the 3 at the back formations, having a 4.5-star stamina and a 3-star skill move. High attack and a high defense work rate, and roulette being his assigned skill move. He has excellent marking and tackling in the game right now and could stay that way for a really long time, as his card generally do not get nerfed very quickly. He would be in the buy category, but lower down the order considering his position and the price he's available at. Moving to the next player, Drogba at 1250 shards. He does have good shooting and physicality in the game, but he's so bad while collecting the ball and slow in running and quite poor in dribbling. You can keep for OVR if he suits your playstyle, but it's a waste of Mascherano's in my opinion. He does not have an alternate position with a 4.5-star stamina and a 4-star skill move, having a power header trait and a long shot taker trait, with roulette being his assigned skill move. He does have a high attack and a medium defense work rate with a 4-star weak foot. and a 6'2" height. If I would pack him, even I would think twice to keep him, but the right thing in my opinion would be to shard him off. And thus he would be in the avoid tier list in my opinion. Even if you pack him and need a striker for performance, I think you should use him as shards. But for OVR reason, you could consider to keep him. Moving to the next player, King at 650 shards. One of the best lower budget defender options in this event with very good defending and physicality. Though he lacks the power header trait, his heading is really good in the game with good marking and awareness. Having a 4-star stamina, he would be in the keep tier list. But you can also consider to claim him if you cannot make it to the higher budget center backs. Moving to the next player, Keane at 500 shards. He's a really good CDM who's great at winning the ball and also contributes to the attack, having a 5-star stamina and an alternate CM position. But he has a 3-star weak foot, so you should avoid playing him on an alternate CM position unless you use swipe shooting. He has a really good tackling and a dives into tackle trait, improves his ball winning ability, but he goes forward as a playmaker, and many a times I found him ahead of the striker, even though he has a high defense and a medium attack work rate. So that is one thing to consider, that he is quite attacking minded, but his awareness is quite good. So if the opponent is attacking, he moves in the defensive positions really quickly and has very good tackling and marking in terms of winning the ball. He would be in the keep tier list after King. Also, he is a 110 OVR. If you pack him, you can keep him. But to claim, you should wait for better CDM options. Moving to the next player, Haji at 800 shards. Decent pace and shooting in the game with excellent dribbling and passing. He does have the alternate LM and a cam position. RM would be his most preferable position to play in the game. A 4.5-star stamina and a 4-star skill move with good traits like the flare, long shot taker, and the playmaker trait, with roulette being his assigned skill move. His positioning is quite good with medium attack and a low defense work rate. He has really good ball control, and as I previously mentioned, he is good to dribble with a 5 feet 8 inch height but a 4-star weak foot. He would be in the keep tier list. That too, you should only keep him if you want an RM or OVR. Otherwise, you should use a right winger, keeping a separate head-to-head formation to add pace, which would also give you a dexterity option, as he feels slower than using a right winger like Pedro, for example, who is much cheaper in shards, who we will look at further in the video. Moving to the next player, Lampard at 650 shards. Decent stats and is pretty average in the game, having an alternate cam and a CDM, but CM is more suited for him compared to these other positions. Having a 4.5-star stamina and a 4-star weak foot, a medium attack and a medium defense work rate, which does not seem to be an issue as he manages to stay in right positions in the game. Having a power driven free kick, long shot taker, and the outside foot shot traits, and roulette being his assigned skill move. There's nothing as a significant improvement compared to the other previous lower OVR CMs, but there aren't many center mid options right now, so if you pack him, you can keep him. He would be in the keep tier list, higher up the order, but to claim, wait to see if there are better options in terms of performance in the coming weeks. Moving to the next player, Guti at 300 shards. A 3-star weak foot center mid should highly be avoided unless you're going to use more of swipe shooting. His weak foot will be more prominent as time goes by. Another one of his drawback is he is a 109 OVR. He would be in the avoid tier list after Drogba. Moving to the next player, Burn at 300 shards. He's good in defending and has a good physicality, particularly heading. Although he does not have the power header trait, he does head quite well with a medium attack and a high defense work rate and a 4-star stamina. He does have the alternate left back position, but avoid using him there as you need more pace for a fullback. He would be in the keep tier list after Lampard. King is a better option, but you will have to use 350 shards more for him. Moving to the next player, Chesney at 450 shards. He has amazing stats with really good reflexes, positioning, and diving with a 6 feet 5 inch height and a long thrower trait. He would be in the keep tier list, lower down the order. Only consider him if you don't have a decent goalkeeper at the moment. But even if you have a 107 goalkeeper, don't waste your shards on this goalkeeper position rather improve your defending gameplay, as goalkeepers are very unpredictable right now and quite similar in performance and head-to-head particularly. He would be in the keep tier list. Moving to the next player, Pedro at 300 shards. He's a really smooth card to use with amazing dribbling and pace along with good shooting. But he is a right-footed right winger, which causes a problem when cutting in to create angles, as he prefers his main foot to shoot. You can play him on the alternate LM and RM position. If you play him on the LM, that would be a better option, so you could utilize his right foot. But his shooting with both the foots is really good, so that is not an issue. Having a 4-star stamina and a 4-star skill move with a finesse shot and an outside foot shot taker and a high attack and a low defense work rate. He does have amazing ball control and balance, due to which he does not lose the ball easily, along with a 5 feet 7 inch height. If you're relatively new and are okay with a 109, you can consider getting him. But for most, you should look at higher OVR players, and thus he would be in the keep category, but higher up the order. Moving to the next player, Pele at 200 shards. As a cam, his pace is good enough in the game and is relatively smoother cam to use with decent shooting and passing. He does have a 4-star weak foot, 5 feet 9 in height, 4.5-star stamina and a 4-star skill move with alternate LM position. Having a flair and a playmaker trait with medium attack and a medium defense work rate. But what is lacking is the use of dexterity, which does not add up to the pace. I think it's time they start giving dexterity to all the cams, which could be really helpful. Also, he is a 108 OVR, which is relatively on the lower side considering the stage of the game. He would be in the avoid tier list, but he is quite a good card to use. Thus, I will keep him higher up the order. Moving to the next player, Guerrero at 300 shards. His defending in game is quite good, even though his stats are on the lower side. But his pace in game is on the lower side, and he is a 108, which should not be preferred to claim. Having a high attack and a high defense work rate, he would be in the avoid tier list, as I don't think using Mascherano's on a 108 left back, who is not going to last you very long, would be a good idea at this stage in the game. Moving to the next player, Vidal at 200 shards. He's good in terms of defending, along with good physicality and a 5'11 height. But he is a 108 OVR, and there are better higher OVR options available right now, with a marginally lower shard cost. He does have an alternate CM position and the dives into tackle traits, with a high defense and a medium attack work rate. He too would be in the avoid tier list. Moving to the next player, Santi Cazorla at 200 shards. He does have good shooting with a 5-star weak foot, along with very good passing and dribbling. But his pace is relatively very slow at the moment, with a 5'6 height and a low physicality, due to which he tends to lose the ball. And again, a 108 OVR. But for relatively newer players, he is quite a smooth and a decent card to use, considering there aren't many CM options at the moment in this event particularly. He would be in the avoid tier list, higher up the order, because he is quite usable at the moment, and there are lesser good options for a CM at a lower shard cost. So this is how our tier list looks like after the end of adding week 1 players. Consider claiming the top tier cards and then move lower down as per your team requirement and the stage you are at in the game. Watch the other parts of the video here. I create FC Mobile related content, so if that interests you, make sure to subscribe.